Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I want to take this opportunity to thank God and also to thank everyone for coming to such an event to listen. My name is Thomas Nyanje. I'm married with my beautiful wife called Roslyn, with 2 girls. I'm a teacher by profession. I'm a preacher by the grace of God. And today I want to do a presentation on the topic preparing and sitting for your university examinations. I know with our preparation and our learning, we need this topic to help us so that at the end of the semester we are able to proceed well. Good. My outline is revision, rest, choose your questions, Bloom's taxonomy, conclusion, and reference. So under revision, start early, begin your revision well before the exam date. Cover every part of the syllabus to ensure comprehensive preparation. We have active engagement, and on this we using the Bloom's taxonomy verbs to guide your revision process. There are words like remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. On the rest, mental and psychological readiness, avoid parties, refrain from partying or engaging in activity that can disrupt your sleep before exams. Adequate sleep is important. Go to bed early to ensure you are well rested and mentally sharp for the exam. When you look at the picture, get 7 or more hours for sleep. Sleep well, be well, and Monday to Sunday keep a consistent sleep schedule. And you also need to seek help for poor sleep. There are people with a nature of a poor sleep, and it's advisory for your preparation to seek for help. Choose questions carefully. Now, when choosing questions carefully, you need to prioritize. Number 1, start with the questions you are most comfortable with the one. This boosts your confidence and secures easy marks early on. More so when you start with the questions that you are most comfortable with. You also need to plan your answers, outline your response. For example, spend a few minutes planning your answers. A well-structured response is more likely to cover all the necessary points. When you look at the Bloom's taxonomy in answering planning, we have words like define, describe, give examples, explain, discuss, place in order of importance, list, illustrate, demonstrate, outline, compare, and contrast is the right answers to the questions. Start with your favorites. For example, begin with the questions you know best, following your planned outline to ensure a coherent and comprehensive answer. Check that you have followed all instruction. Under review instruction, make sure you have adhered to all the exam guidelines and requirements. Misunderstanding instruction can lead to lost marks. Revise your answers and make corrections. Proofread. If time permits, go back and review your answers. Look for any mistakes or incomplete responses. Make necessary correction. submit and be happy. Then final submission, you need to ensure that submit your exam with confidence. Avoid discussing the exam immediately afterward, as it leads to unnecessary stress. Most students love discussing, revising the exam that they have done. It's good to avoid this, for it will lead you to unnecessary stress. In Bloom's taxonomy is a framework for categorizing educational goals created by Benjamin Bloom in 1956. The taxonomy is divided into 6 levels, each representing a different type of cognitive skill. Here are the verbs associated with each level of Bloom's taxonomy, and we can just go through. Level 1, remembering, recall. You have words such as identify, recognize, retrieve, name, list, describe, select, define, memorize, and recite. Under level 2, we have understanding. All our exam questions start from level 2. Comprehend. We have words such as explain, summarize, paraphrase, interpret, classify, compare, discuss, differentiate, estimate, extend, generalize, give examples, infer, predict, and review. Level 3, we have applying. On apply, we have words such as use, execute, implement, solve, demonstrate, illustrate, interpret, operate, schedule, and sketch. Then we have level 4, analyzing. Analyze, we have words such as differentiate, organize, relate, compare, contrast, distinguish, examine, experiment, question, test, appraise, break down, calculate, categorize, deconstruct, deduce, diagram, discriminate, distinguish, infer, outline, point out, separate. Level 5, we have evaluating and evaluate. We have words such as judge, critique, assess, argue, defend, estimate, evaluate, justify, rate, support, value, appraise, compare, conclude, criticize, decide, discriminate, interpret, prioritize, recommend, select. Now last, level 6, we have creating, and under creating we have words like generate, plan, produce, design, assemble, construct, create, develop, formulate, write, arrange, combine, compile, compose, devise, invent, make, organize, perform, and produce. So these verbs can be used to frame learning objectives, assignments, and assessment to ensure they are aligned with the appropriate cognitive level of Bloom's taxonomy. Then we have Kageo exam structure and expectation. What are they? Our final exams are designed to comprehensively assess your understanding and application of the course material, structured into 2 sections to reflect varying degrees of complexity and depth. Section A we have short essays questions under content. This section comprises 6 compulsory essay questions. And we also have marks. Each question is worth 5 marks. We have length and depth. As a general rule, responses to this question should be concise yet thorough. Typically, a well-structured paragraph, approximately 100 to 150 words, is expected. Ensure you address the key points directly and succinctly. Content section B has long essay question, and under long essay question we have content, which this section contains three questions. Marks, each question is worth 15 marks. Choice, you are required to answer only one of the 3 questions. And in length and depth, these questions demand more comprehensive responses. You should aim to write detailed essay. Approximate words should be 400 to 600 each, demonstrating a deeper understanding and a critical analysis of the topics. Incorporate also relevant pericopes, theories, examples, and reference to support your arguments. Now, in conclusion, practical exam room tip. We have: bring extra supplies. Always take more than 1 pen to the examination room. This precaution saves you from unnecessary stress and disruption. Finally, you need to know that university examinations are designed to assess your understanding and knowledge, not to fail you. View the exam as an important opportunity to demonstrate what you have learned. Approach it with confidence and preparation, and it will be a rewarding experience. General guidelines for writing exam answers. We have: number 1, match length to marks. The more marks a question carries, the more details and extensive your response should be. For instance, do not write a lengthy answer or dissertation for 1 mark question, nor a brief paragraph for 15 mark question. Number 2, we have use of Bloom's taxonomy. All questions are framed using Bloom's taxonomy verbs from level 2 onwards. This means you are expected to demonstrate skills such as understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating based on the course material. Then for 5 marks question, focus on clear and direct responses, showcasing your understanding and basic application. For 15 mark questions, delve into analysis, evaluation, and synthesis, providing detailed examples and well-structured arguments. Number 3, focus on course content and student learning outcome, SLO. Concentrate on the topics covered throughout the course and align your answers with the expected student learning outcomes. Demonstrate your mastery of the key pericopes, concept, theories, and practical application discussed during the course. You can look at the structure, student learning outcomes that is explained there. Then we have number 4, structure your answers. Introduction, brief, introduce the main points or thesis of your response. We have body, develop your arguments or explanation in a logical sequence. For long essays, use paragraphs to separate different points or sections. And lastly, on this conclusion, summarize your main points and reinforce your overall argument or response. Then time management, allocate your time wisely across the questions. Given the mark distribution, spend proportionately more time on the 15 mark question than on the 5 mark ones. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your answers are well structured, relevant, adequately detailed according to the marks allocated, Focus on demonstrating your understanding and ability to apply, analyze, and evaluate the course content effectively. Then that is shortly how we need to prepare for preparing and sitting for your university examinations, and I will give room for questions and answers. Yes, wishing you success in your exams. Do the best. Remember to ensure that there is no exam fever. When you all do all this preparation, you will be confident and you will be assured, even when you are writing, that you are indeed passing, or you have already passed even when you write your answers. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Bishops, for this opportunity. God bless you. Amen.